Boomerang Blaze was the kind of jet that didn't just fly across the sky, it owned it. The first time people saw it streak over the red deserts of Australia, leaving a sharp white trail behind, it felt less like a machine and more like a living force. Built with speed, precision and pure attitude in mind, the Boomerang Blaze carried the spirit of the outback in every rivet and wing edge. It wasn't flashy for the sake of show, it was bold because it had a job to do and it did it better than anything else in the air. The design of the Boomerang Blaze drew inspiration straight from Australia's iconic returning weapon, the boomerang. Its wings curved ever so slightly, not enough to look odd, but enough to give it a unique silhouette against the horizon. Engineers wanted something that symbolized agility and return capability, the idea that no matter how far it traveled, it would always come back home. That philosophy became the heart of the aircraft. The sleek body was coated in a matte desert sand finish with streaks of deep orange and burnt red, reflecting the blazing sunsets that painted the Australian skies every evening. Pilots who trained on the Boomerang Blaze often said it felt different from any other jet. The controls were responsive without being twitchy, powerful without being overwhelming. When you pushed the throttle forward, the acceleration wasn't just fast, it was smooth, like being carried by a strong gust of wind rather than shoved by brute force. That balance made it perfect for long patrol missions over the coastline as well as sharp, high-speed maneuvers during tactical drills. It was a jet that respected its pilot, and in return, pilots trusted it with their lives. One of the most talked about features of the Boomerang Blaze was its engine sound. Instead of the harsh metallic roar common to many fighter jets, this aircraft produced a deep, rolling thunder that echoed across valleys and open plains. Locals in rural areas would often look up when they heard it, recognizing the distinct rumble long before they spotted the aircraft itself. It became a symbol of reassurance, a reminder that the skies were being watched over. Kids would run outside just to catch a glimpse, shielding their eyes from the sun while the jet carved a silver line overhead. Technology played a massive role in what made the Boomerang Blaze special. Its navigation systems were tuned for the vast Australian terrain, capable of reading desert heat patterns, ocean winds and mountainous air currents with remarkable accuracy. The onboard display gave pilots a crystal-clear view of their surroundings, even during night flights when the land below faded into darkness. Advanced radar allowed it to track movement hundreds of kilometers away, while stealth elements reduced its visibility when necessary. Yet despite all the high-tech gear, the aircraft never lost its rugged charm. It still felt like something built to handle dust, heat and unpredictable weather without a fuss. Maintenance crews loved working on the Boomerang Blaze because it was designed with practicality in mind. Panels opened easily, parts were modular, and diagnostics were straightforward. In remote bases where resources could be limited, this reliability made all the difference. The jet didn't demand constant pampering, it was tough, dependable and ready to roll with minimal downtime. That practicality mirrored the Australian mindset, no nonsense, just solid performance and resilience. The Boomerang Blaze also became a cultural icon in aviation circles. Air shows featuring the jet drew massive crowds, with spectators eager to witness its signature looping return maneuver. During this display, the aircraft would speed off into the distance, vanish into a bright patch of sky, then suddenly reappear in a tight arc, circling back with dramatic precision. The move wasn't just a stunt, it represented the boomerang concept perfectly. Cameras flashed, crowds cheered, and for a moment everyone shared the same sense of awe at what human engineering and imagination could achieve together. Beyond its physical abilities, the Boomerang Blaze symbolized unity and forward thinking. It represented a blend of indigenous inspiration and modern technology, showing respect for heritage while embracing innovation. Schools used its story to spark interest in science and engineering, while aviation enthusiasts debated its specs and performance for hours online. It wasn't merely an aircraft, it was a conversation starter, a source of pride, and a reminder that creativity could soar just as high as metal wings. Flying over coastlines where turquoise water met golden beaches, or over endless stretches of ochre desert dotted with scrubby trees, the Boomerang Blaze looked completely at home. The colors of its paint seemed to shift with the light, fiery at sunset, subtle at dawn, and almost camouflaged under the harsh midday sun. It blended into Australia's natural palette as if it had always belonged there. That visual harmony added to its legend, making it feel less imported and more born from the land itself. In the end, the Boomerang Blaze wasn't remembered just for speed or firepower, but for character. It had a personality, confident without arrogance, strong without aggression, advanced without losing touch with its roots. People spoke about it the way they might talk about a classic car or a legendary ship, with a mix of admiration and affection. It stood as proof that an aircraft could be more than steel and fuel. It could be an idea, a symbol, and a story that kept returning, just like the boomerang that inspired its name.